Welcome back, Scouts.
Some fun days this week include World Cancer Day on the 4th.
And National Red Day on the 7th. And also it's Paraprofessionals Week, so we'll have more information on that later in the video.
Yeah. Some announcements for the school are this week, volleyball practice starts on the 3rd.
And 8th grade parent open houses for West and Senior start at 6 p.m. to 7 on the 5th.
All right, so last video we said something about a fan art box, and this week we have it outside our library tech lab, designed by her, yeah. And yeah.
But that's all we have for this week. We'll see you next time.
Today we're here with
Emily.
So Emily, what do you think about the 4-minute passing time?
I think it's okay. It's not really much time to get to class.
So if you could change the time, what would it be?
I'd say we give it about 5 minutes because then we weren't so late to class.
Cool, thank you. We're here with
Sophia.
So Sophia, what do you think about the 4-minute passing time?
I think it's a little too less time because the people who go downstairs to gym can't get up here in time to their next class.
And if you could change the time, what would it be? Keeping in mind that the longer the passing time is, the longer the school day is.
Maybe like 6 minutes.
So we'd add an extra some minutes to the day?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. We're here with
Leela.
So Leela, what do you think about the 4-minute passing time?
Well, I think the fact that they took away just 1 minute, 1 minute doesn't really have that much of a difference. So I would change it back to 5 minutes because not only does it mess up our class times, for example, one class starts at 1:17, which is kind of odd. But yeah, I just think 5 minutes would be better.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here with
Kylie.
So Kylie, what do you think about the 4-minute passing time?
Well, I think it'd be better on Wednesdays than on normal days.
So on normal day, what would you change the time to be?
5 minutes like it was last year.
Cool, thank you.
This week, the week of February 3rd through the 7th, has been proclaimed Paraprofessional Recognition Week. Paraprofessionals include, but are not limited to, those who work as educational assistants, bus assistants, special education paraprofessionals, tutors, job coaches, lunchroom and playground assistants, hall monitors, and library and media center assistants. Can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Ryan Johnson. I'm a special needs assistant in our life skills classroom, and I work under Mrs. Sutton and Mr. Swanson.
So, what made you pursue this career?
I was actually encouraged to apply for this job because I love working with youth, and I'd had some previous experience with special needs students. So educational colleague of mine, an educational friend of mine recommended this to me, and I interviewed, and 3 years later, I haven't looked back.
That's an amazing answer. Will you tell us about your day and what it looks like?
Yeah, my days change a lot, but a standard day would be me getting to the classroom. Because I work in a special needs classroom, I may be working one-on-one with a student, with a small group, or helping instruct the entire class, depending on what the needs are and the subject is. I am also lucky enough to get to take some of the students in my class to general education classrooms and work one-on-one with those teachers to help give accommodations to my students. It's great.
Looks like you've got a pretty busy day planned.
Every day is an adventure.
Are there any frustrations to go along with your job?
There are frustrations that I think parallel frustrations that a parent may have when they want what's best for their child. As a assistant in a classroom, I know what the children or what the students' goals are, and sometimes there's barriers that are keeping us from those goals. So working with the other professionals in the building and really just dedicating to helping the student get through that goal it can be frustrating, but once we get around or through that goal, it's incredibly fulfilling for me and the student.
Great. Any shout outs to other paraprofessionals or teacher in our building?
Absolutely. I already mentioned Mrs. Sutton and Mr. Swanson. They're the lead teachers that I work under. The other professionals that I work with that are the assistants in the classroom, I couldn't do it without them. And really, my entire experience at Lewis and Clark has been incredible because of all the teachers, some that I've had the blessing to work closely with, some I just know in passing. But I consider this my work family. Wouldn't trade a single one of them, and I thank them for that.
That's very kind. What is the best part of your job?
Best part of my job. Honestly, I just got shivers. When I talked about the frustrations and not being able to get to the goals, when you are able to see growth in a student that's been struggling in something, and you've been a part of that, just seeing that growth and seeing that suddenly they didn't get it, and suddenly, bam, they get it. That is, I mean, it's like being in a stadium when somebody hits a grand slam. You know, the whole crowd, whether it's no matter what team, everybody feels excited about that, and I love those experiences.
Well, that's amazing. So, this certificate presented to you from the Office of Instruction and State Superintendent LC Arnson. We are thankful for all you do, and we have a certificate for all of the paraprofessionals in our building. And thank you for coming to Scout Press.
Thank you, Sophia.
This week is Paraprofessionals Week.
These are the paraprofessionals that work in the building.
Lisa Staley,
Teresa Gibson,
Cindy King,
Paul McLean,
Ellen Sweeney,
Adrian Bunnell.
and Ryan Johnson.
Thank you for what you do.